Okay, I've secured the foam in place. I did not secure this piece of hydrocal. I just thought I'd set it up there. My camera won't zoom in tonight. So this gives me a rough contour elevations, and once this is hardened, then I can start forming with probably a keyhole saw, and I see them using steak knives and so on and so forth. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to use, but I'll use something to get more of a finished set of elevations. And then, as I say, my plan is to cover everything with plaster cloth, and that'll smooth out some of the transitions, cover up the gaps between blocks, and it'll give me a surface to secure the hydrocal rock molds to, and then we can get into doing some of the landscaping. So that's where we are tonight. Alright, I decided, I always tend to do things different, that instead of tape, I'm going to put down a layer of plastic. This covers everything better, I think, and it doesn't stick to the roadbed, so I'm not going to tear anything up. So we'll continue with the plaster cloth. Well, all you got to do is just drag that through. It gets plenty wet enough. Then use your fingers to blend all the plaster so you eliminate some of the cloth look. Oops. I would say work it from the middle towards the edges. And take the time to make sure you've got much of the holes covered and filled and so forth. And again, I'm leaving kind of straight faces here. I think I want to put exposed rock faces here. I'll probably do exposed rock face here, and then maybe soil, dirt, grass in the sloped parts. Not sure that this really wants to stick to the foam, but I think it will form its own hard shell. It's just in and out, in and out. Again, I'm trying to smooth the surface, fill in the cloth texture with plaster so that it doesn't look quite so clothy. It still has some cloth texture. It's going to need some kind of a covering. Okay, and I decided not to get a towel because you don't want the stuff in your drain, and my wife doesn't want it in the washing machine, so I'm going to use paper towels. These can be composted. Okay, you get the general idea. We'll see how that turns out when I finish up. All right, I've used up one roll of plaster cloth, and as you can see, I've still got a few spots to fill in there, but we're gaining on it. I can see too where I should have rounded off those top blocks a little more because the cloth itself is going to sag, and you can see your lines. So there'll be some refiguring there. I'll probably have to take that top off and redo it, but it does look different, and we'll let it dry overnight and work on it tomorrow. Okay, we're the morning after, and done a little work. You can see where I've kind of sawn off that right edge here and put a little bit of a slope to the top. I'm going to put rock faces here, probably a rock face here, and then this will tend to be soil. I may put another layer up here so it looks like a more of a rounded top to it, like this will end up being rounded over. But I did find that as you can see with this green foam here and the pink, there's a different level, and so there wasn't good contact, and so this did not stick. So what I'm going to have to do is cut this down so that we've got more of a consistent elevation across there and get better contact with the glue. I'm also going to have to go buy more of that foam mastic because I used up the last of it last night thinking, oh, this worked out perfect. So that's where we are at this point. Got to just double check, make sure I got enough room to put the lightweight hydrocal in here and still have room for the trains to get through.